Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a magical evening here in the Challenger Division. We got two big matchups here starting us off. The Ottawa Orbit taking on the Ontario Outliers. Then after that, the match of the night. I think the match of the season that we're all looking forward to. The first and second seed battling it out one against another. The New Jersey Noobs, the Ontario Outliers, playing against each other here at 9:30. But first, the predecessor, the two former pro players, taking to the ice down in the Purple Division. C-Man Skiztastic starting the season up in pro after being dropped off into the Challenger ring, finding Bolty alongside Snowman in need of a few players, and they have found themselves at home here tonight. They mercy rolled the Boston Baked Beans earlier tonight. They're playing a triple header. We might be a little late because of that, but that's going to be what I call a later problem. So right now, Bolty, Skiztastic, and C-Man going to be the starting three, as I am aware. Then, of course, on the other side of the ice, we got Cactus, High Flyer, and Cape. Renard sitting on the bench, and It'll be a grand one. It'll be a great one regardless. I got full faith on the Ontario Outliers winning both of these games here tonight. My predictions were that, and we're going to see if it comes to be. I'm not going to give out my score predictions because once I do, they won't happen, and I know the caster's curse because it hurts me every day. But that's not important. Let's take a look at the previous five. Let's see what these two teams have going on back behind the curtains on recent events. Ontario Outliers winning the previous five and beyond, or Ottawa Orbit also winning their previous five. 6 games ago, Ottawa Orbit lost to the New Jersey Noobs 8-5. After that, they went on the scoring streak that they are still currently on. Will they be extinguished? Will they not? They might have been extinguished already. They're playing a game right now. They're in a lobby with... I don't think that I was given a name. But they're on the ice right now. They're taking on some of their final games here of the week for the rest of the week. They're playing the Beauties right now. Edmonton Beauties down. They were going to be also playing the Outliers, but something came up. They were not able to play at 10 o'clock. So we got 2 on the board here tonight, and we will take a look forward to the future. Of course, Ottawa Orbit playing 3 games. First against the Beans, second against the Beauties, and then we'll take a look at the tail end of that 3-piece treat. So, Edmonton Beauties, still looking for a playoff spot. They might find it, but the hunt is still on for the lower division, or the lower side of the division. Last time these two teams met up, you can see it at the bottom of the screen for the Ontario Outliers. It ended in an 8-0 win for the Ontario Outliers. And that might have been before the addition. That was with a lineup of Bolty, Protoman, and Snowman down there on the ice. I did broadcast that one. I remember that one pretty clean cut back on the 16th of February. If you want to go check that out, there's the date. Of course, High Flyer during that match scored 4 goals, Cactus with 3, Cape with 1 for the total of the 8 goals on the board for both teams. So I'm going to look forward to this one. Same lineup for the Ontario Outliers. Skiztastic and C-Man going to be out there for the Orbit that were not last time. It's going to be a tough one. Going to be a hard battle to win. I think Ontario's up to the task. And we'll just have to wait and see what happens as we get closer to game time. I think we're going to have at least 9 goals this game, if I do say so myself. A lot of the games are 10-plus goals, but I think 9 is the basement of the amount of goals we're going to see from both teams here tonight as we take it down to center ice. But, yeah, while we wait for the Ottawa Orbit to finish up their games before we get this one started, let's take a look at the Challenger standings out and across the ice for the Challenger Division. We got the New Jersey Noobs clinching their spot. They can't be knocked out of the promotional series. They got 27 standing points. They got 3 games remaining and 6 points in their back pocket if they deem it worthy to grab them. Ontario Outliers right there in second place with 22 standing points. With a win, they'll clinch the spot, and they will not be able to be removed from it. Going down the line one more, we got the Ocean City Tsunamis looking to take on the Ottawa Orbit, I think on the 12th at 9:30. Not sure if I'll be casting that. That's a later problem down the line, but if it does come to be, I will cast that. Ottawa Orbit right now with 2 wins. They will clinch a spot, and they will finish off the season in a promotional positioning. I don't know what seed they'll have, but they will be in the promotional series looking to make pro. But that is if Ottawa wins all 3 of their games tonight. They've won 1 of them. It is just up to the story of the other 2 matches alongside of that. Of course, Pittsburgh Spinners down there in 5th place have 13 standing points. They're the team that if they win all their games, they can get past the Outliers. And if the Outliers lose all their games, alongside of that, the Spinners can make playoffs. they're the next team knocking on the door. They're 7 points down. They got the most games in hand out of any challenger team outside of the Outliers. Outliers having 12 games played so far this season. Pittsburgh Spinners having 13, alongside the Edmonton Beauties. Edmonton playing the 14th match here tonight, as previously stated, against Ottawa here and now. I was not prepared for that game, or else I would be casting it alongside with them. Regardless of that, Boston Baked Beans losing their last match. They got 1 game to go here in the regular season. It's going to be a tough one, and it will be hard fought. But yeah, wow, I felt like XQC with that stutter. That was crazy. I had a few DMs. That's why I kind of just stopped talking, because I can't read and talk at the same time. But we'll see what happens here later on. Of course, Syracuse Scorpions can still make a push for a better seeding. Right now, they're set to play the first place team from the intermediate division with the worst record. Of course, I don't have the standings updated here on the broadcast, so I can't really show it. But we can take a look at the challenger seeding. This affects the bottom half of the division you see on your screen now. So the bottom 4 of that division move into this seed to try and keep their spot in challenger for season number 6. IM with the best record will be automatically promoting, as there is not a 10th team or a 10th place team in challenger. First place with a worst record, since there are 2 IM conferences, that's kind of how we're seeding it. Top 3 of each conference make this promotional series, and all these games are best of 3. IM's worst record out of the first place teams will be playing against the challenger 9th place. Right now, the Syracuse Scorpions are in that slot. Maybe it'll change, maybe it won't, but who's to say but time itself. Right now, it'll be the Delmarva Dandy Popes in that spot, taking on the Syracuse Scorpions. The Pittsburgh Vipers have the worst record out of the 2 second-place teams, so they'll be placed on the bottom right of your screen as they take on the Charlotte Wildcats, I want to say, is their opponent from the 3rd place of the opposite conference. The Napoleon Neapolitans. I can't get the conferences right in my own mind. Napoleon Neapolitans is going to be on the bottom right, playing a best of 3 against the Pennsylvania Pythons. Winner of that goes on to play the 7th place of Challenger, which of course are the Boston Baked Beans as of right now. Of course, if the intermediate team wins against the Challenger team, they take the spot for next season. If the Challenger team wins that, they'll also remain in Challenger. On the bottom right, or the bottom left of your screen, right now, Buffaloes finished off the season tonight, finishing all 17 games played, having 22 standing points at the end of the season. They were defeated by the Toronto Narwhals, so right now, Gibsonia Geisters in the relegation spot in that conference. Buffaloes will be playing against the Charlotte Wildcats on the bottom left of your screen. The winner of that best of 3 moves on to play right now the Midwest Monarchs. Of course, there is a 3-way tie in the Challenger division for the relegation spot. And half a game up are the Pittsburgh Spinners. Everybody's fighting to get into the promotional series. Everybody's fighting to stay out of the relegation spot here in Challenger. We're going to see none of those teams here tonight. Outliers, Orbit, Noobs are going to be the 3 teams that we see here tonight. So it's going to be the best of the best, some of the cream of the crop here in the Challenger division. Going to be taking to the ice here in a few moments. Once the Orbit are ready to rock and roll, we'll get it down on center ice. That's not going to be for a little bit still, as they're still playing the Beauties. But yeah, the Ottawa Orbit had a very strict schedule here this evening. They started playing at 8:20 against the Beans. They were scheduled to play at 8:40 against the Beauties, and now it's going to be a 9 o'clock start time against the Outliers, which is right now. So whenever they're ready to rock and roll, we'll get it underway. And it's not like the other game is going to get held back at all, because the Outliers are in both of the matches, so we have to wait for this game to complete anyway, in order to get the New Jersey Noobs match underway as well. Yeah, some of the winningest teams down in the Challenger division will be facing off against one another. The Noobs have found another opponent to take a game off of them. Looking a little bit forward in our scenes, taking a look at the previous 5 between the Noobs and the Outliers. Noobs, of course, having a few, I think that's just one mercy rule, or not mercy rule, but forfeit win over the Dover Dog Woofers. Am I missing something? I swear, recently the Noobs lost a game. Well, yeah, I guess we take a look back at the standings. I've run out of all my pregame material here tonight. New Jersey Noobs previously losing to the Ocean City Tsunamis. I must not have updated the previous 5 recently. I'll try to get that ready to go for whenever that time comes to be. Back on the 7th, 2 days ago, Ocean City Tsunamis 8, New Jersey Noobs 7. That gave them the second loss of the season, and the Noobs do bleed. But of course, New Jersey Noobs, doesn't matter where they finish. They are in a promotional spot to get up into pro. It just depends on what seeding you want. I think you want to game it for 4th seed. Of course, you got to play the Noobs, but you're going to play the better or the easier team out of the pro division. 10th place right now is the Orangutans. 9th place right now are the Yosemite Grizzlies. So, if the playoffs started right now, Noobs would play Tsunamis in a best of 3. Winner of that goes on to play the Orangutans in the pro division. Winner of that best of 3 goes into pro. Outliers Tsunamis would play each other in a best of 3. Winner of that game goes on to play the Yosemite Grizzlies. Grizzlies are a hard team to beat. Not a lot of challenger teams are up to that task. I think the Outliers might be. I don't know about the Tsunamis. I haven't watched the Tsunamis play this season. That's the only reason I say that. It's not a jab at their character or their skill on the ice. It's just I haven't seen them play as much as I have the Outliers. But if you are the 4th place, I would game for the 4th place just because you'd play the 10th place of pro. Of course, I think the hardest hurdle would be playing against the Noobs, just because they're a great team down there on the ice. But if you can get past the Noobs team, the Orangutan should be like a cruise ship. It should be easy comparatively. Because I think the Noobs and the Orangutans, hand in hand, I think the Noobs might be a little bit better. I might get crucified for saying that later on in my life, but you know, as of right now, I think the Noobs have what it takes to take out the Orangutans when the time comes. I think it's going to be a 2-game sweep in the playoffs. If the West Virginia Orangutans don't already disband, there is potential of that. I don't know how apparent it is, but there is talk on the street, word on the grapevine, go gadget rumor. But that's my 2 cents. That's my little popcorn factoid out there for you tonight. Ontario Outliers, all 4 of them in the lobby right now. It's got to be said for the record book. Cape, High Flyer, Cactus, your starting 3. Renard on the bench. Yeah, taking a look back at the rosters. Skiztastic and Seaman dropping down off the Ocean City Typhoons to play on the Ottawa Orbit in the stead of Proto-Man, and I can't remember who the 4th was for Ottawa. I can't for the life of me remember. I'm sorry to whoever that is. This isn't because you weren't memorable. It's just because I have a garbage memory. See if I can look it up real quick. Zay. It was Zay. Zay played 2 games for the Orbit. That's my bad. He scored 1 goal in his time down there on the ice. As soon as I saw the name, I knew exactly the misfumbling that I've done on the ice. But, Wolty says, give us a second. Skiz scored like 15 goals. He needs a minute. I'm going to see if I can pull the log real quick. They haven't submitted it yet, but I'm going to see if I can pull it up real quick. Get this one underway. Just to be like a little talking point. Taking a look at the last game, the Beauties against the Orbit, 15-7, the final score there. Rabbi scored 2 goals, Fuico with 3, Style had 2 for the Edmonton Beauties. Skiztastic scored 14 goals on his 24 shots, had 54 seconds of possession time. Watch him. You know, just watch him with the backhand, watch him with the forehand. He was scoring both ways against the Beans earlier. That was broadcasted by Louise. If you want to go back and check that out, you're more than welcome to. But, yeah, we got a 10-goal mercy roll for a reason. It might not come in handy tonight. I have full faith in the Outliers down there on the ice. I think it's going to be a close game. I think this might end up being an 18-goal game. There's a very high chance of that happening down there on the ice here in a few moments. Starting lineup, Skiz, Bolty, Seaman, and for the Outliers, the boys in red on the right side of your screen, Cape, High Flyer, and Cactus. Yeah, Skiztastic for the past few seasons kind of been bobbling between Challenger and Pro. I'm sorry, I can't read and talk at the same time. I need to figure it out. I think we're going to see 18 goals, but all 6 parties ready to rock, all 6 parties ready to roll. We're getting to this one down to the ice. Orbit on the left. Ontario Outliers on the right. All right, I think we're good. My computer just absolutely just dropped every frame possibly known to man. But as the puck is dropped, the game's on, and we got this one ticking. This one's brought out to the top side. The bank pass out, goes off Cactus. Cactus here trying to dangle his way through. High Flyer trying to break that one through, but not able to find its way through cleanly. That one shot through the crease to the top side boards. Kate peels this one back to his own defensive end for the Ontario Outliers, bringing this one down the near side, trying to get this one past Skiztastic as he makes him fumble it back into the corner. Cape here, the captain. Skiz off the backhand, whips this one topside out to the point. Seaman, forehand, backhand, shoots, scores! And the Ottawa Orbit off to an early lead. I forgot the sounds were muted. Great shot, great goal here in the first. 1-0 breaks us open here, and it was a good one. Shot, scores, High Flyer right from the get-go, and the Ontario Outliers able to bring themselves right back on the board right from the drop of the puck. A little panhandle shot going off that backhand attempt from the face-off drop. And the Orbit were not the fortunate ones in that party. Good shot, Cactus with another goal, and it's 2-1 down at center ice. Man, everybody's shooting 1,000, and it's a shootout like the Wild West. Man. Down behind the cage, Cactus trying to break this one through for the boys in red. Seaman over to Skiz. Off to High Flyer. High Flyer off Bolty. Is my mic all right? The audio level looks strange to me. High Flyer breaks, shoots off the side of the cage and wide. Here's Skiztastic with it now. High Flyer trying to pick his pocket back on the defensive end, but no way, Jose. Good shot attempt blocked away by Bolty. Bolty down his own defensive end. Yeah, that sounds fine. All right, thank you, Snowman. Skiztastic with it now. With 3:45 remaining here in this first period. Clock off the bank pass out to Bolty. Bolty off High Flyer. Skiztastic finds Seaman, shoots, scores right on the top of the shelf where you stick the peanut butter. It's 2-2 down at center ice here in Ontario. We already got 4 goals. Let's see how many goals we get this game. It's going to be a copious amount, I'm sure of it. Sent down to the near side. Bolty trying to break this one free. Cape here with it now, trying to sidestep him down to the near side with a fan out to High Flyer. High Flyer here around for a walk in the dog park. A little wraparound shot around the back door. Finds the keys under the rug and lets himself right in. It's 3-2 here in Ontario. Skiz with a shot on target, saved by Cape, and that one goes out the near side and wide. Off the top side, Bolty, High Flyer, try to battle against one another. Off Cactus. Cactus here down to the near side, stopped by Seaman. Bolty off a Cape down the near side wall, continuing the battle for this one. Cape sends this one back to Bolty. Bolty here with it now, trying to break his boys out and get this one tied up with his next drive. Seaman chip not quite on target as he backhands that one out to the point. Finds Skiztastic at the red line. Forehand shot stopped by Cactus. Cactus here with a dip down into the near side corner. 2:45 remaining in the first. Here's the captain, Bolty, of the Ottawa Orbit. Bolty, backhand shot, stopped by Cape, awarded the save in the process. Cape here with a backhand touch, finding his way back off Cactus, over to Cape. Cape off the forehand. Forehand pass out to High Flyer. High Flyer pulls, shoots off the red line, blocked by Seaman out of his own blue line. High Flyer shoots, scores! And that one finds the back of the twine, and that's a hat trick for High Flyer. Go Gadget to the back of the net. 2 goals the difference. Ontario Outliers having a lot positive to talk about here in this first period of action. We're just over halfway done with this first chapter of play, and I'm sure plenty more goals to come. So far we got 6. I'm guessing 19. Cape down to the near side. Off the touch of Seaman, off High Flyer down the near side, trying to free this one up at the blue line. Seaman shoots, goes off the side of the cage, and that one whizzes by. Seaman out in front, off Cactus. High Flyer trying to get possession back off his hip to the forehand. Sent down to the near side corner, finding its way off of Bolty. Bolty with 1:55 remaining. Forehand pass down the straight, goes off Seaman into the top side corner. Skiztastic trying to pounce on this one. Cape coming out the other way with a stronger forearm. This one's brought back off. High Flyer going off Skiztastic. The puck bobbles free off the backhand of Cape, back into the Ottawa territory. Bolty to the near side, tries to find the passing lane. High Flyer taking off a lot of his options. Skiztastic topside shooting, going off Cape down to the near side. Cape forehand out, finds High Flyer. Skiztastic in the neutral zone, stopped by Cactus. Cactus along the boards, banks out one free, down into the Ottawa territory. Bolty taking his time towards the top side of the ice. Off the touch of Cactus. Letting that one leak through. Back over to Cape. Seaman takes it away off the forehand. Not able to get past a solid object. That was High Flyer. Skiztastic's efforts also going by the bedside. Finding his way off Seaman out in front of the cage. Bolty trying to pop that one off his hip. Looking topside to get this one downtown. Cape with 60 seconds remaining. Loosened up by Seaman. Cape with possession. Looking for this passing lane with 55 on the clock. Cape, forehand. Past Cactus into the topside point, trying to keep this one free. Down to the near side, Cactus looking for High Flyer. Skiztastic here with it now. The bank pass out of the zone, going off Seaman, back off to Skiztastic off the backhand. Cape there with a stop. Seaman with a shot. That one goes off Cactus and wide. Here's Cape with 36. Finds his way topside off High Flyer. High Flyer with a scoop, not able to hook that one in. Skiz with a dump out, finds his way down off the end wall over to Seaman. Seaman off to Bolty. Bolty to Seaman. That one's knocked back into the Ottawa zone. 20 seconds remain. Skiztastic looks to start this breakout on the right foot. Finds his way over to Bolty. Bolty dangles. Shot goes wide of the cage from the neutral zone. Cape with a dish out. Finds his way past High Flyer. A little too hot to handle. 10 seconds remain here in the first period. Bolty with a shot. Goes off Cactus. Seaman with a launch. Not able to find that one in the pocket. But that's going to do it for the first period of action. 2-4 is our score. And a good effort from both sides of the ice. Great defense all around. The takeaway game, there's been 5 takeaways this game. That surprises me more than anything. And it should surprise you too. 1 post has been hit in favor of Ottawa, and that's not a stat that you really like to see. But second period of action is ready to rock, ready to roll. We're taking it back down to the ice for 5 more minutes of slap shot to be played. But the puck is dropped, the game is on, and the second chapter is ready to roll. Trying to jam that one loose on the far side was High Flyer, but he did not find any way to sell those Girl Scout cookies. Seaman with a long-distance shot blocked by Cape out at the point. Cape to the top side. Then to the near. Skiztastic steals this one away. Backhand shot hits the side of the rim, finding its way down across the end wall into the corner. High Flyer pocketing this one, shooting it down, hits the post, stays out in the paint, and Bolty will scoop it away and out of the way of harm. High Flyer to the top side point. Bolty steals it away. Cactus applying that pressure, knocks it loose out at the blue line. Skiz with a shot, goes off the Cactus, finding its way back off to Seaman in the corner. Seaman to Skiz. Here's High Flyer. Skiztastic to the top side. It pops this one loose. 4-4 remaining here in the second. Ottawa Orbit looking to get one more goal to get themselves back in the saddle. That one's blocked wide by Cactus. Good shot attempt. High Flyer there with the answer. High Flyer to the near side, trying to get this one down. He's just going to shoot it right down center avenue. Here's Bolty with a cross-crease pass over to Seaman. Seaman back out to Skiztastic. A little miscommunication there. This one comes out for the boys in red. Cactus to the top side, breaks free, finding its way past Bolty. Seaman finds a way to pocket that one back over to Skiz. Skiz off the forehand with 3:33 remaining in the second. Finding its way down to Bolty. Bolty here trying to pop that question down to the near side to see if anyone can answer. A good shot, better saved by Cactus. Down along the near side post. Skiztastic looped back out to the captain. Here's Bolty with it now. Stop pull. Nice control there by High Flyer. Finds his way down low for the boys in red. Ontario here on that offensive push, trying to get this one free off the board. Seaman here with a dump out. Goes off High Flyer and off the side, and that one goes into the corner. A prime scoring opportunity right in the crease, knocking on the door, but no handle to get through it. Good shot there, deflected wide by Cactus. Here's Seaman in the corner. Seaman over to Bolty. Bolty shoots, goes off the post, nice save by Cactus, scores! And Skiztastic will be the beneficiary of the day, bringing this team back within 1. 3-4 here in the second in Ontario. Here's Cape with it now with 2:48 on the second period clock. Cape off the red line, over to High Flyer, shot towards the cage, goes off Seaman, over to Bolty. Bolty takes his time back behind his own netting. High Flyer there, steals it, looks for this backhand wraparound, the second of the game. Not able to find it on the near side. Cactus able to pop that one out and then right down the slot. He gets that lead back to 2. A good shot, good control, and a good setup by High Flyer back behind the net, controlling traffic. We're halfway through the match, and the difference is back to 2. Here's High Flyer with it now. Going off Seaman. Seaman off the backhand, looks for a loose puck down to the near side. Here's Cactus with it now, back on his defensive backswing, finding its way back off Cape. Cape to the near side, Cactus Pulls this one free off the face-off dot. Bolte here to take charge. Bolte, topside, off Seaman. From the slot, shot goes wide of the cage into the near side wall, finding its way through a few bodies. Nobody wanting to touch it. It's like somebody had a high sticking call delayed. High flyer. Seaman. Skiz. Shoots. Saved by Cactus. Here's Cape on the topside boards. Pop back down low by Bolte. Knocked loose by Cape over to Cactus. Skiz shuffleboards that one out to the point. Bolte keeps it down low. Cactus to the near side. Off his forehand, finds a way to get it free over to Cape. Cape with a 2-on-1 scenario, tries to get this one over to High Flyer, scoops it out, but it's too slow. High Flyer forces this one back neutral zone. Cape trying to fight for this one through the crowd. Seaman hips this one back over to Bolte. Bolte down the near side, driving on. Forehand shot, rips that one off the end wall, back over to Skiz. Skiz in the corner, from the point, goes off High Flyer as he battles through just about everybody from the Ottawa roster. But Bolte was a little too heavy to handle. Bolte back beyond his own cage. Looks to the near side with 1:10 remaining here in the second. Forehand pass out to Skiz. Skiz-tastic. Skiz. Off the back end. High flyer to the top side. Goes off his hip over to Cactus. Shot goes into the near side corner. Here's Bolte. 55 seconds remaining here in the second. Bolte down by 2. Seaman shoots, scores, and another goal comes out for the boys in blue. Waiting to pick a few cherries in the process, and he found himself an entire tree. 51 seconds remain here in the second. 4-5 here in Ontario. High flyer into the corner. Skiz-tastic trying to knock that one loose. Gets this one out to the point. Bolte here, the chop out with the battle axe, finds its way free back into the Ontario zone. Cactus to the top side. High flyer back in his corner. Gets past Bolte. Backhand pop off the board. Seaman with a shot. Hits the post, scores! And that one finds the deal breaker. We're tied up like a hog in a rodeo, 5-5 here in the second. .25 seconds remaining. Both teams trying to get a little momentum built up here before we end off the period. Seaman whips this one along the boards. Bolte back in his own corner looking for his passing options. Looks to the top side for Skiz. Skiz-tastic at the red line. Pops this one down low over to Seaman. Seaman shuffles that one along the board, scurries this one out. Skiz-tastic. Bolte shot saved by Cape. Now it's sent out into the neutral zone. Off the backhand, Seaman down low to Skiz-tastic, but that's going to do it for the second period of action. A great one down on the ice. A lot of goals to be had. Nobody wanting to give up an inch, let alone a mile here in this matchup here this evening. 5-5 is our score. Ottawa Orbit, Ontario Outliers, dead knotted at the end of 2. But both teams anxious to get back down on the ice. I won't keep them waiting. And so with this third period ready to rock and ready to roll, we'll get this puck dropped, and it is underway. The final 5 on the clock. Shot, scores, and an immediate answer. Wow. High flyer right from the get-go, not wasting any time. Getting right down to business. That one, of course, was going wide. Bolte helping that one along. Unfortunate touch there for the boys in blue. With 4 seconds elapsing off the clock there, we already found our first. We'll see if that makes the difference. Okay, to the top side, off the backhand, scooped out, goes past High Flyer, over to Bolte. Bolte to the top side, backhand pass out to Skiz. Skiz with a shot, goes off Cape. Cape here the now, out to Cactus. Cactus off the backhand, stopped by Skiz, keeps him low into the corner. Skiz-tastic not trying to get him a lane. Nice save by Bolte, keeps that one from going in. High Flyer had a good chance. Cape with a beautiful save there in the crease, and saved again there by Cape. Cactus, High Flyer, shot goes wide of the cage. There's Bolte with it now. Off the back end. Far side from the straight. Seaman. Skiz. Forehand shot. Not able to release that one. I think they wanted to do a little give and go to Seaman, but the thought just quite wasn't thought through. Had a huge head and tiny little arms. Not sure how well that plane was thought through. If you know that reference, we can be friends. Cape there keeping the crease tidy. Seaman. Skiz. Shot into the near side wall. Finding its way off of Cape. Skiz-tastic out the other way. Off the back end. Stopped by High Flyer. Hip checking that one through the neutral zone. Seaman. Shovels that one back out to Bolte. Bolte here the bank off the boards. Finding its way down low to Cape. Skiz-tastic challenging him for possession. But Cape ultimately comes out with a pass out off Cactus. Cactus leaves that one go. High Flyer here trying to keep this back checking pressure alive. Bolte driving down the far side boards. Scooped out in front. Nobody there to hammer that one home. Seaman in the corner, working God's magic, finding his way off the backhand of his stick. Cape there, trying to wave his wand and get a little spell going of his own. Off the backhand, popped loose. High Flyer, 2-on-1. Shot saved by Bolte. That one's whipped out to the topside boards. High Flyer with another shot. That one goes wide as well. Hey, back in his own defensive end, tries to seek refuge from Seaman. Banks this one to himself off the forehand. Pass comes out into the crease, but nobody home to get that one packed for school. And that one goes into the Swine. High flyer with the twosome. A great shot. And throwing the puck to the net is never a bad idea because you might get a bounce like that. 5-7. Outliers in the lead. And another one, able to find the back of the twine, and it's 8-5 now for Ontario. How you like them apples? With a gap of 3, it's difficult to come back against a team like the Ontario Outliers. They got 3 players on the ice, and they're going to make you go through each and every one of them on that back check. Seaman trying to get this one through. Cactus knocks that one loose back over to Bolte. Bolte to the near side, finding his way off his backhand over to Seaman. Seaman to the top side, flushed out of the zone with a backhand shot, saved by Cape in and into the corner on that rebound try. Skiztastic in the neutral zone, forehand out to the top corner, finding his way off of Cape. Cape off the backhand, top side, goes off Bolte. Bolte here at the slot with a shot, goes off the iron, and that one rings wide through the space-time continuum. Cactus with it now. So that one's chopped into the boards. Bolte with 2:08 on the clock here in the third period of action, trying to make the most of his opportunities. Out the skids, nice save by Cape. He's been a real brick wall back between the pipes. Cape having a really solid night here this evening, doing the majority of the weightlifting here on the matchup. Cape steals off the backhand, looking for a little ring around the rosy. A little flare on that one. I love it. That one sent into the corner. Cape fires it, and he will shoot and score. And High Flyer, the beneficiary from Cape's offensive pressure, able to knock it loose right from the hip. A gifted goal. And High Flyer says, thank you very much. I'll take that home and cash it in for goal number 9. I think that was High Flyer's 6th of the night? 7th of the night. Wow, I am a little behind on that one. Scores 9-5. Almost able to make that one a 10. Cape off the wall over to Seaman. Seaman here with it now. Shot out to Skiztastic trying to break free, finding his way off High Flyer to the top side. Bring this one back down to the near side. Cactus lets that one leak off the boards. Backhand shovel against the end wall. Here's Cactus with a bank out to the High Flyer. High Flyer over to Cactus. Cactus, forehand shot saved by Bolte. High Flyer trying to drive that one through the little Patrick Hornquist maneuver. As that one shot saved by Skiztastic. Hey, to the near side point. Pass out in front. Nobody home to send that one in. Finding his way off High Flyer, back out to Skiztastic. Cape here trying to get a hand. Bolte to the near side for the Ottawa Orbit. Finding his way off Seaman. That one shot off the near side and wide. Skiztastic down low to Seaman. Seaman back off to the point, finding his way off Skiz. Skiz with a shot deflected wide by Cactus. Here's Skiztastic with it now off the forehand, stopped by High Flyer. High Flyer down the near side. Trying to get this one to go out in front. Seaman not making that one easy as that one's off kilter back to the defensive end. Cape not taking the puck with him. Does not want a souvenir from the gift shop. And would rather just take the 5-9 game home. Bolte down low in his own defensive end. Looks to the top side for an answer to his problems. 22 seconds remaining. Cactus steals, shoots, he scores! And another goal to the Ontario Outliers. Just a little insulty injury and a little completion of that trifecta down there on the ice. That's a hat trick for Cactus here this evening. 7 goals for High Flyer. 3 for Cactus. And Cape pulling his weight back on the defensive side. Played a very solid game. Really picked apart the Ottawa defense on the back check and the forecheck here tonight. And yeah, Outliers feeling pretty confident right now. They might have a chance to get first place coming out of the season. But we'll have to wait and see how the rest of the night goes. 5-10, the final score. In dominating fashion. Great stuff there by the Ontario Outliers. They got one more remaining here tonight as we move into the next one here shortly. Taking a look at the team-based stats, 14 shots of 20. Both those teams out there on the ice to show their offensive dominance. And it's all about what shots you hit, what shots you don't. Ontario Outliers had some great opportunities, had some great setups. But Ottawa Orbit had 71 passes. The team plays were there. But the thing that surprised me in this game is the amount of takeaways that were awarded to each team. I've never seen the numbers this low. I don't know how that happened. I don't know what happened on the ice. I don't know how the game calculates takeaways. It'd be like it is whenever it do. I really gotta sneeze, so we're gonna try to power through this. Man, this is a horrible feeling. Oh my gosh. But But yeah, Cactus with 3 goals, High Flyer with 7 for the Ottawa's 10. Of course, Cape back there, back between the pipes, heading up the saves column. 7 out of the 9 for the team. He had the majority of possession time, really just stealing the show for the boys in red out there on the ice. Of course, C-Man having the 4 goals of the night. He was the most prominent offenseman. Of course, Skistastic against the Beauties before this matchup had 14 goals on the night. He was very heavily covered by the Ontario Outliers and really shut down his game. Did a good job of that. They knew who the stars were on the ice, and they did their best to pick him apart. Skistastic, 4 shots, 3 saves, 1 goal. But Bolte back on the defensive side. Some very clutch saves by Skistastic. Some really great saves by Bolte. You can make those were some highlight reel saves, if I do say so myself. But yeah, that'll do it for our first matchup. Going into our next one, our final match of the night. We got the Ontario Outliers. We got the New Jersey Noobs. The first and the second seed taking on one another. You're not going to want to miss it. Going to be a great one. Going to be a fantastic one. Coming up in 4 minutes. We'll start the pregame here in a bit. But thank you guys for tuning in to the SPL Network. I'm Darth. We'll be right back with more Slapshot action. Alrighty, we're about 3 minutes away from the drop of the secondary puck here in our match of 2 matches. We got our tail end one ready to rock, ready to roll here soon. New Jersey Noobs, the first seed of the Challenger Division. The Ontario Outliers, their second seed of the playoffs. Last match, the Ontario Outliers clinched the playoff berth, so both of these teams in the Challenger playoffs, whether they like it or not. Whether they want to be in it or not is not up to them anymore. Ontario Outliers winning their last match, not shown here. 24 standing points on the season, cannot be kicked out by the Pittsburgh Spinners, not able to be kicked out by the Edmonton Beauties anymore. Yeah, Ontario Outliers have a lot of games left to be played here this week. They have the most games remaining coming into tonight. That's going to change by the end of the evening. But of course, New Jersey Noobs got 2 more games after this one, and they will be tough fought nonetheless. The way that the Pro Promotional Series will work is the first place of Challenger will play the 4th place of Challenger in a best of 3. The winner of that game moves on to play the 10th place of Pro. If they win, they get the Pro spot. If they lose, they stay in Challenger. 2nd and 3rd place play a best of 3. Winner of that goes on to play 9th place in another best of 3. If they win against Pro, they take the spot. If they lose, they stay in Challenger. Yeah, so right now, Noobs will be playing the Orbit. Outliers will be playing the Tsunamis. And winner of the Noobs Orbit game would be playing the West Virginia Orangutans of Pro, and the Outliers and Tsunamis would be playing the Yosemite Grizzlies. This is not up to date. Just ignore that. We didn't switch to the scene. None of you saw this. We're going to take a look at the rosters that are going to be down there on both sides of the ice. Cape, High Flyer, and Cactus, your starting 3 for the boys in blue, the Ontario Outliers, and for the boys in red here tonight, New Jersey Noobs. We got Brutal, we got X, and we got I Love Fat Chicks, I believe, is going to be also on the ice. I don't know if Night Sector's playing. We got 2 out of the 4 in the lobby right now. Cape, High Flyer, I Love Fat Chicks, Brutal, and Bernard are in the lobby currently. It's got to be said for the record, just in case something happens, we got our bases covered. Taking a look at previous 5, Ontario Outliers haven't lost a game in quite some time. That 10-0 win at the top of the Noobs record is a forfeit win. The Dover Dog Woofers disbanded during the season and forfeited the remaining matches out of, as per Rule 505E. If you want to take a look at the rulebook, it's the most boring thing you can possibly read, but it covers everything we do in the league and how we run the show. Every nook and cranny is there. Of course, Ontario Outliers also having the same forfeit win there at the bottom of their column, the second to last one, 0-10. Reason we do 0-10 on our forfeits is we had a few teams in Challenger, not last season, but the season before that, try to game it So instead of losing by 9 or 10 goals, they would force a rule to be enforced where it is a forfeit win. They used to be 1-0 on the scoreboard. So instead of getting 10 goals against and hurting their goal differential in case of a tiebreaker, they would just break a rule easily. They had a forfeit to spare, and so it would be a 1-0, and that's why we do 10-0 now. Thank you. Thank you, Beaver. It means a lot to me. But, yeah, this is a niche game. You gotta hype it up. If I'm not excited, who will be? But yeah, this is a great game to watch. We're gonna have a lot of fun here with this matchup. This is going to be some of the best Slapshot you've seen in quite some time. This is the best of Challenger. These two teams might be pro next season. But if you're not familiar with how SPL is structured, we got 4 main divisions here in our main division. I just realized how loud this music is. I'm sorry for that. The top of the best, the best of the best, the top 10 teams make pro. These two teams are the top of Challenger. Challenger is our second highest competitive platform. During the regular season, we have 6-week regular season, then 2 weeks of playoffs. This is the last week of the regular season. Everybody plays everybody twice in the pro and Challenger division. And top 4 Challenger make playoffs, and they play against the bottom 2 of Pro. Top 8 of Pro make playoffs, and they have to fight for the Irvion Trophy. And I think they get a crown cosmetic in the game alongside. I think it's 192,000 pucks per player if you win the championships of Pro. There's a lot to play for up there, a lot of incentive for the boys up there, the best of the best. They've put in copious amount of hours, almost more than I have casting, which is tough to say, but the boys in Pro are not to be taken lightly. But these two teams looking to get up in there for season number 6 whenever it comes to be. Right now we're projected for April 20th. That is not a set in stone date. Don't quote me on that, but that is our projection of when we're starting next season, depending on how fast playoffs come to be. And yeah, of course, intermediate division, we got 2 conferences down there. Each conference has 7 teams. You play inside of your conference 2 times. You play teams outside of your conference 1 time for a total of 19 games played. If you make the top 3 of your conference, you make playoffs to try to get in a Challenger. If you finish the bottom 2 in your conference, you have to fight for your spot for next season. Pro division, a little bit different as well. We have 2 conferences of 14 teams. That's your entry division. That's where I play. I'm not great at the game. I suck. I've played maybe 100 matches in my life, and that's been over a year now. But yeah, open division, there's 14 teams. You play everybody once for 13 games in the regular season. You finish top 4 to make playoffs, and you have to play against the intermediate division. I don't have the graphics for you to show you the seating specifically, but you get the gist of it. You know what positions to get up into the upper divisions. But we have an entirely different section for our Western audience, so they can play on their own standalone servers. These are all East Coast games, but yeah, all 6 parties ready to rock, all 6 parties ready to roll. We're taking it down to the ice for 15 minutes of Slapshot. Ontario Outliers on the left side of your screen, and the New Jersey Noobs on the right side. The puck's dropped, the game's on, and we got 15 minutes of untamed Slapshot goodness. This one's whipped out to the top side boards. X here with a nice touch on this one for the Noobs, breaking free off the backhand with a nice backhand scoop. Hits the iron, pops wide off the night sector. Cape trying to swing this one through. Night sector off the backhand, looking down to the near side. Bank pass out to Brutal. Brutal shot saved by Cactus, trying to swing this one down into the corner. Brutal with a pop out to Night sector. Night sector out to the top side. Face off dot stop by Cape, bringing this one down center avenue. Slapped wide by X. Brutal with a long distance shot. Not a solid connection as that one pops into the corner. Here's Cactus with it now. Trying to shimmy his way down the near side with a shot out of the cage. And that'll come down back the other way. Brutal, top side. X in the corner. Stopped by Cape. Cape in the corner, trying to bring this one through. X just trying to find a buddy. He's all alone in the cold. High flyer with a shot attempt. That one does not get to pass go and does not get to collect $200. Night sector. Go Gadget shot on goal. That's the first of the match. Would have been a good one if Cape wasn't on guard. Cape off the boards, finding its way off the stick of X. X and Cape have words still as he chops that one off. High flyer, a little bit of a header towards the cage, but that one does not get to go into the twine and give him the satisfaction that he was looking for in that journey. High flyer knocks it loose. Brutal down in the corner, picks it up for the Noobs. Kate, high flyer to the top side, face-off dot, trying to bring this one along the boards. High flyer breaks free. A 2-on-1 question mark, a good shot, and I think that went off the head of Night sector. A great save and a timely one at that. Ontario having the better side of the offensive chances so far in this first period, but New Jersey Noobs got to come back with a little bit of fire in their footstep. Cactus steals that one away, goes off Brutal, sent down to the near side to X. X to the top side. Goes off High Flyer. High flyer here for the nice shot by Cactus. He finds a twine. A great opportunity. Comes a knocking with great opportunities. Come great goals. High flyer doing God's work in the corner. Finds him sneaking out late at night for a midnight treat. 3:09 remains in the first. And the Outliers have cracked the ice. Cape looks to the near side. Either there's going to be a non-stop flow of goals this game, or there's going to be 5. There's not going to be an in-between. Either one of these teams is hitting double digits, or it's going to be 3-2. That's all there is to be. That's all I feel like we're going to see here tonight. Either they're going to crack down on defense, or they're going to crack down on offense, and both teams are just not going to take no for an answer. Night sector to the top side. Stopped by Cape, sent into the corner. Finding its way off the Night sector, around the bout, finding its way off X. X trying to find a friend. Night sector keeps this one down low. Here's Cape with it now. Cape to Cactus. Cactus off the backhand. Pops this one back out to his captain. Here's Cape to the top side, and that one leaks into the corner. Brutal to X. To the near side, finds Night sector. Night sector shooting, saved by Cape. And X able to find a goal, leaking out the top side of the boards. A great shot and a great opportunity and a great pickpocket. Makes out like a thief in the night. And a shot beats High Flyer on the top side post. It's 1-1 here in New Jersey. Night sector looks at the top side. Bringing this one down to the near. Off the backhand. The forehand gets past one. A good pass attempt there for his captain, but Brutal not able to tame that beast of a pass. Here's Cape with it now. The shot going off Brutal down to the near side. Cape with a backhand. Stopped by X. X here with a shot attempt. Saved by Cape. X not going to take no for an answer, but he will end up getting shimmied off the puck there at the point. Here's Cape with it now. Back in his own defensive end. Off the forehand. Stopped by Brutal. Brutal breaking through the glass of that defense. Not quite able to get through Cactus back on the defensive end. Cape on the near side. Into the corner. Along the end wall, taking his time. Brutal eyes him up like a donut on a Tuesday morning, but he's going to dump this one down and in. Here's Night sector with it now. Out the other way for the Noobs. Night sector. Sticking to it. Trying to get a step on High Flyer. High Flyer not giving him a lot to work with. With a nice pass down the straight. Cactus steals this one. Shoots it into the corner. Trying to get his boys back on the offensive swing. Here's Night sector with it now with a minute remaining here in this first period of action. Night sector at the point, trying to break through the defensive gap. Not finding a whole lot of luck with the stick battles as High Flyer out to Cactus. Cactus stops, pulls, not able to get the backhand released in time as Brutal gets a stick jammed into the clockwork of that offensive forecheck. High Flyer to Cape. Down across to the top side, trying to get it through. Brutal not making it easy for him. As he takes this one back down into the corner. Cape off the backhand, stopped by Night sector. Night sector just driving on, looking for any chance he can on offense. With 30 seconds on the clock, he's got his work cut out for him down low in the corner of the Ontario territory. X with a shot saved by Cape. Here's High Flyer. 18 on the clock. High Flyer with a shot down in the dark, finds its way off of Cactus. Night sector here to control it for the boys in red. Backhand out of the zone, goes off Cape, down to the near side. Cape here with physicality, trying to get this one back under his own realm of influence. X here shovels it into the corner. Cactus to High Flyer. And that looks like it'll do it. And out in front, but not in time as that one expires the clock. 1-1 at the end of one here at the Salty Spittoon Coliseum. Man, I knew it was going to be a tongue twister, and I still can't say it. Salty Spittoon Coliseum in Bikini Bottom, New Jersey. New Jersey Noobs, the home team here tonight. I really like their arena name. I think it's my favorite one. It's got to be said. It's got to be done. Taking a look at the team stats before we get back into the second period of action. Shots are hefty. 8 shots so far in this match. Only 2 of them finding their way through the traffic. And I'm sure we'll see more of that as we progress on. Everybody ready to rock. Everybody ready to roll. We're back down on the ice for the second period of action. 1-1's our score. Let's see how long it stays that way. As the puck is dropped, Night sector wins that face-off back for the New Jersey Noobs. High Flyer with control. On the near side with a pass attempt out in front. Cactus just trying to jam this one through. X helping him along. What? I don't know what just happened. High Flyer saving the day. X here with a launch out. Do they know what colors they're wearing? It's 1-1. I don't know what we just saw. That was weird. High Flyer down low. X trying to get a hold of that one. What is happening? I'm a lost. I am just, I feel like, I don't even know. Oh, it's off the post and out of the way. High Flyer able to get that rebound under control. Man, that iron is going to ring in his dreams tonight. I've never seen somebody want a mulligan more in my life. 4:14 remains in the second. We're tied at ones for some reason. Good shot, scores! Night Sector from the defensive end finds a sure shot, and we got ourselves a 2-1 ball game. What is happening? I don't know. It be slap shot. Slap shot is a slap shot does, and sometimes slap shot be whack. New Jersey Noobs leading 2-1 here in the second with a minute expiring off that clock. Here's Night Sector with it now. Backhand shot saved by Cactus. Cactus over to Cape. These two teams down on the ice are the Challenger Division, which is our second highest out of our 4 main division. Out of our main league divisions. Great shot, great goal. And the Noobs getting another one on the board. X from the neutral zone. Just finds an empty cage, finds a spot to pick. He throws the 8 ball. He throws the 8 ball in the corner pocket just like he said he would. 3:40 remains in the second. It's 3-1 in New Jersey. But yeah, these teams aren't pro. They're the top of the Challenger Division, which it goes pro, Challenger, below Challenger is IM, and then below IM is Open. So these two teams are the first and second seed of the Challenger Division. They're the most likely to be pro next season, if I do say so myself. We might see both of them in pro. Depends on how the promotional series goes. Night Sector out in front, goes off of Cactus over to Brutal. Brutal here with a shot, goes off Cactus, back down to the near side. Here's Night Sector with it now. Brutal along the boards, Cactus back out into the corner. Night Sector trying to pinch Cape Fuller for his lunch money down low. Cape with a shot, goes wide off the near side. Not a whole lot of room between the puck and that net on that attempt. Here's X with it now to the top side, gets past 2, has a shot attempt, and Cape there denying access yet again. Cape has been solid tonight, back between the pipes, blocking 90% of the shots that I've seen him. I think he had 7 saves out of the 9 last game against the Ottawa Orbit, and tonight, once again, just a great goaltender, great defenseman down there on the ice, staying on his angles, making sure to get in the lane of the shot, even before it gets launched. There's not a lot of shots he's blocked tonight that have been reaction-based shots. His positioning is just that good back on the defensive side. But yeah, we'll see if it continues. We still got half the game to go. 2:13 remaining here in the second period of action. And, yeah, 2:08 remains. Night Sector looking to bring this one down against Trapezoid. Cactus trying to bring this one back down to the near side. Off the backhand, shot saved by Night Sector. High Flyer off of X. High Flyer with a shot. That one goes off of Brutal at the point. Brutal brought down low. Cape off X. Shot against the cage. Not able to get that one registered. X here not going to give up on this offensive forecheck. As he backhand, shot saved by the cage itself yet again. Just off the far side this time. Cape and Brutal meet each other in the neutral zone. X to the topside point with a shot attempt. Not able to find that one to fruition. Here's Brutal back in his own defensive end with 1 minute 30 remaining here in the second. Cactus over to Cape. Cape off the backhand. Cactus stealing that one back down to the corner. Here's X with it now, trying to bring this one out of the zone. What is the craziest ending you've commentated? That's a tough one. We have to think about that and get back to you here at the end of the period. Brutal to the top side. High Flyer off the backhand. Brutal down to the near side, finding his way off of Cape to the near side boards, trying to just get this one north for the Windsor from both of their teams. Noobs, Outliers, really just being a stick-checking game. That one was as close as you can cut it without it going in. High Flyer just shaking his desk in frustration after that one. 50 seconds remain here in the second. 1-3 still our score. Night Sector, the last man back. Night Sector was picked up by the New Jersey Noobs here this season. Really a prominent player, formerly playing for the Michigan Mallards, if you remember them. Back in season 1 and 2 of Rebound, as well as Slapshot 1. Yeah, Night Sector really got on the grindstone, really refined his skills over the offseason. New Jersey Noobs, each team in SPL has allotted 4 spots on their roster. New Jersey Noobs, from the inception of their franchise, never filled that 4th man slot. They've been the 3-man band since I think they began as a team. And so seeing Night Sector picked up by them means that they trust him a lot. They know that he's a great player, and he's proved that this season time and time again. He might have the game winner. He might. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and 1. High Flyer with a shot, and that one goes off the cage. 3-1 at the end of 2. New Jersey Noobs, the only story to write home about there in that second period of action. 2 unanswered goals, and they've really got this one going. But I think the craziest ending I've ever commentated was season, it was either 2 or 3. It went into Game 5 in this SPL Championship Series. If you're talking about league-specific only, it was crazy. That link right there is a great one, too. Snowman played in that one. We had a 4v4 tournament. That one's a great watch. But, yeah, if you're talking, like, overall casting, the answer changes a little bit. I've casted a few volleyball tournaments that were pretty fantastic. But, yeah, for SPL, it was the Championship Series of Season 2 or 3. I can't remember which. But, yeah, third period of action. Ready to rock, ready to roll. We're down on the ice to get this one tucked to bed here for the night. Cape to the near side, finds High Flyer. High Flyer with a shot, scores right from the get-go, and the Ontario Outliers bring us back within one. A great opportunity, a great shot, and a sure shot at that. Able to get this one pocketed back into the twine. I had the shots backwards. That is on me. Ontario Outliers here so far this game. Shooting 1,000. 2 shots, 2 goals. We'll see if they can keep it up. Catches the shot, scores, and another one goes into the twine, finding its way pretty easily off the goaltender. Thought he had enough. In fact, he was the have-e. And, yeah, Ontario Outliers not upset at all at that outcome. In the first 30 seconds of this third period, Ontario Outliers coming out. They knew they needed to come out big. They knew they needed to come out with nothing, no punches being held, and they've done just that. Tied us right back up here. 15 seconds between goals. Brutal there with a nice save, making sure another one doesn't squeak through. High Flyer back on the defensive end. A shot attempt. Just Ontario right now just throwing everything on target, just seeing if they can get a breakthrough at anything they can on the offensive side. Right now, shots are going in, so every shot they can take on net's a good one. Brutal to the top side, off the forehand, from the point, shooting, scores, rips that one right through the twine. You can smell the smoke from here. It's 3-4 in New Jersey. A good forehand shot, was unchallenged. Because of that, he had a lot of net room to work with. The 4x6 is a large area, especially whenever you're only 1 foot tall. Oh, we got 3:35 remaining here in regulation. Will we see overtime? We might. See, last time these two teams met up, it was a tight one, might I also add. I'm going to see if I can find the specifics before we get too far into this one. But last time these two teams met up, 6-7 was the final score. Good save there by Night Sector, might I add. This one comes all the way back over to Cape. Yeah, this one, last time these two teams met up was back on February 16th. That was casted here on the SPL Network if you want to go back and check that one out. The final score is 7-6 in favor of New Jersey. Brutal had 4 goals. X with 2. Night Sector had a solo goal to make up their 7. Cactus had a hat trick. Cape had 2 goals. High Flyer with his solo 1, making up their 6. They came short, and another shot, another goal. New Jersey getting it done on offense here so far tonight. That makes 5 on the night. And Night Sector with another insurance marker. We're not even halfway through the third period of action. We've seen more shooting and more scoring in this period than we have the entire game so far, and I don't want it to end. It's great stuff on the offensive side. Both teams just letting the floodgates flow, and whatever happens, happens. And this might become a shootout. 2 minutes, 28 remaining in regulation. X trying to deflect that one on goal. Cape back to 10 the crease pretty neatly. Cape down to the near side. Brutal. Steal. Shoots. Hits the post. That one rings off the far side. High Flyer tries to sweep this one into the corner. X keeping this one down low for the boys in red. Cactus. Knocked loose. X into the corner. Out to the point. Here's Brutal. Brutal to the top side. Finds this one along the boards. X back over to Brutal. Brutal in the point. Brings this one downtown. Gets that one back out to the neutral zone. Night Sector. Out of the air. Bats it to himself. Looks at the top side to get that one away from his crease. High Flyer to the near side wall. Brutal to the near side as well. Trying to get this one free from both teams. It's been a stick battle. This has been a stick battling night. Not a lot of teams look for the spin to win tactic. But both teams so far tonight, it's just been who's been better at the stick checking, who's been better at the takeaway game, who's the more aggressive team. Right now, I think is the one on top. Cape with a shot into the corner. Night Sector Controlled out to the topside boards. High flyer from the point. Not able to get that shot through. That one's cycled out into the defensive end of Ontario. Cape to the top side. Stopped by Brutal. Cape to the near side. Trying to find his passing lane. Not a lot to work with. Chips that one back to his own defensive point. Or defensive boards. This one's brought out to the top side. Cape fakes that one. Takes it down Center Avenue. Tries to open up the defensive for the New Jersey Noobs, but not quite able to do so. Night Sector dumps this one down. Not a lot left to prove from the New Jersey Noobs. They got the 2-goal lead. Ontario right now the only one to answer questions. Brutal to the top side. Back out to Night Sector. Out at the corner. Night Sector in the corner. Not wanting to get rid of the puck before he has to. X off Cape. Cape out to the point. Brutal here trying to battle that one free. Cactus off of X. Sent down and free back into the Ontario zone. Cactus whips out one topside along the wall. Out to High Flyer. High Flyer shoots. And what a save by Night Sector. Through all opposition, he was able to get back in position to make that save. Here's Cape with an out with 20 on the clock. And X breaks it free. He's going to take it down low. Does not take the mercy, does not take the charity goal in the process. And a little kudos for that. Not sure if it was intentional. Probably wasn't, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt with 7 on the clock. That looks like it'll do it, and that one goes through the crease. X with a shot, Cape with a save, but that is the end of the ball game. New Jersey Noobs coming out in a big way, and they showed why they're first in the Challenger Division. 5-3 the final score. Both these teams going to be in the Pro Promotional Series at playoffs. That might be starting on Monday, that might be starting on Sunday, that might be starting on Wednesday. Not sure yet. Yeah, great stuff. Noobs, Outliers, great show. What to be expected, might also add. But yeah, here at the Salty Spittoon Coliseum, New Jersey, staying on top. I mean, the team with the better shot ratio, the team that did a lot more offensively, had the better possession time, and yeah, Noobs just took the most of their opportunities. 7 shots for the Outliers. Even if they hit all of them, would have only been a 2-goal difference at the end of the day as well. But yeah, defensively, Outliers did great. Offensively, might have a little bit more to work with, but the 3 goals is not to be snuffed at, as it was against one of the best teams in the Challenger Division. Everything was pretty even. Takeaway game, pretty even. Passing game, pretty even. Not a lot to snuff at from either side of the ice. I think this just gets people more excited for the Pro Promotional Series. We'll get more into that whenever it gets closer to being time. If you have not had enough of SPL action, tune in every day at 2 p.m. to my personal Twitch channel, twitch.tv/DarthTaxil. We have a little bit of a podcast segment. We go over the standings. We go over recent headlining news of SPL and Slapshot related media, and it's a great time. It's just me sitting in a chair talking to you guys straight up. If you have questions for me, I answer them, and we move on with our lives. But yeah, great night here. Ontario, not quite able to get the win that they wanted, but the future looks prominent. Cactus with 2 goals out of the 3. High Flyer had the lone goal. Cape, once again, manning the helm back between the pipes. 6 saves out of the 7 for the Ontario Outliers, and of course, you can't look away from it. Night Sector had one of the best nights he's had in a while. Played the full 200 foot of ice pretty pristinely. 2 minutes out of the possible 3. The puck stayed on his stick like a magnet here tonight. And he's my player of the game. Night Sector, 2 minutes, 2 seconds with the puck. 4 shots, 3 saves, and 2 goals. He had a great night. And yeah, great stuff from both sides of the ice. We'll press on into the future. It's the last week of the regular season. Thank you guys for tuning in to the SPL Network. Thank you to all of our supporters also. And yeah, we'll wait for tomorrow. We'll see what tomorrow has in store for us. Not a lot of games normally are played on Thursday, but this one might be different. Yeah, if a division's finished with their games, if all previous games from the promotional series is ready to go by the end of Sunday, we'll start playoffs on Monday. But if not, we'll postpone as we need to. Thank you to all of our supporters up in the legendary role. We got Fizz Messiah, Minnesota, the former league admin and broadcaster. We also have Gubby, JStronics, Laugh Track, Eli, Irvion, the developer of the game. And yeah, if you want on this list, all you got to do is sub. If you have Amazon, you can do it for free. If you don't, that's what, $5. I don't get on Twitch. But if you sub, you get your name in white up there on the board. If you go above and beyond a little bit, you get your name in green. That's like a gifted sub on top of that. That's like 100 bits on top of your sub. That's how you get into the green territory. And then if you do something that's just like questionable why you would do something like that, why you would donate, 10 plus subs to the channel like Eli or Irvion. That gets you up into the legendary territory. I don't think I've ever deleted a name off the legendary tier ever. Of course, the white names get reset every season, give or take. I think it's season 2 or week 2 of every season I reset the list. But there you have it. That was a great night of matches. We had 2 from Ontario. They played the ORB first. They played the Noobs second. They got 2 points out of the night out of their possible 4. And they're looking forward to the Pro Promotional Series here at the end of the season, here in a few days. But with that being said, that's going to do it here for the SPL Network here this evening. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name's Darth, and I hope you all have a great evening, a great afternoon, and a good night.